And for those that choose to not be happy with you, they will repel by default. And you'll have those in your life that are vibing the same as you. Their vibrations are the same as you. Or they want to possibly know how they can learn to be at the same vibrational level as you, because you've taken the time out to learn yourself. What are you willing to give up for change? What are you willing to give up? Are you willing to give up television? Are you willing to give up your favorite TV shows? Are you willing to give up, the certain sports league that you may be in? Are you willing to give that up for 6 months to a year? So you can have permanent change. Permanent. Not something that, comes and goes. But no, this is about permanent change for you. So brighter circumstances can happen for you more often than the negative circumstances. Because we all ride that wave of life where we have challenges. But with Holistic Life Counsel, you'll be more equipped to know how to handle those challenges without having the anxiety factor. You can have the anxiety be equivalent to excitement versus the anxiety of feeling like about what you don't want to happen. The fear factor, because that's the type of anxiety most people have, the fear factor. Thinking about all the things that you don't want to happen. Worrying, or doubting. Only looking at what you see on the surface. Because that's what most people do, thinking about the how. How is this going to happen? How is that going to happen? Where is this going to come from? Where is that going to come from? Doubt. Because you can't even consider all the things that are outside of your scope of vision. Holistic Life Counsel is about broadening your scope of vision. Broadening your scope of vision. Knowing that everything outside of you is being worked out to work at your advantage or work to your advantage. And you don't need to see everything. You don't need to know about how all the intricate parts are working. You don't need to know that. All you need to do is focus on what you want. Not what you don't want, but what you do want. There's a major difference. And absolute brain and mind conditioning can render you that. It's in 3 stages. And if you're not ready to commit, then it's not for you right now. And that's fine. But for those that are ready to take themselves there and ready to go down the rabbit hole, then let's go. Because Holistic Life Counsel can work for anyone that's ready to commit. If you have a brain, Holistic Psychology can work for you. Giving the mind an attunement. Giving the mind an attunement. And because when there's consistency, when this is done consistency, and by way of the instruction that I give, your body will be, and your mind and your brain will be ready to be attuned to take yourself to a new level of life. And this is just one specific way. And keep in mind that holistic psychology is clinically proven. Here in American society, we love to hear these social terminologies, clinically proven, scientifically proven. We love hearing those terms because it gives the practice more credibility, or it gives the remedy more credibility. But like I always say, even if this was not clinically or scientifically proven, it would still work. It would still work. Why? Because the brain functions in a very specific way for all of us. All of us are in total control, or all of us have 100% control over our brain and how we think. Actually, it's the one thing that all of us have been given or gifted with, and that's the power to think our own thoughts and our specific reality. This is the one thing that all of us have been gifted with. Every single person on the planet has been gifted with the power of thought and the power to control our emotions by way of our thoughts. How do you feel about your thoughts? Do your thoughts make you feel good, or do your thoughts make you feel bad? Perpetually. And these are the things that need to be considered by you. I had to consider them when I was taking my psychology course. I had to consider all these things. I had to write a lot of things down, especially when I took my course the second time around this past summer. I volunteered to retake my holistic psychology course for my own satisfaction, because time had gone by and things had changed in my life. Many elements of my life had changed, and I grew, and my writings proved it that I grew, because I had a lot more to put on paper this time around. And I raised my level of consciousness again, and reading more books and listening to more audios, and just keeping my mind always on that path, the path of learning more, the path of wanting to learn more, the path of engaging with others in a way that makes both of us feel good. So all of these things matter, and all of these elements can be rendered onto you for those that choose to come to Kennetic-Fit And Wellness. I mean, there are a multitude of psychologists and psychiatrists that you can choose from. And I'm sure they're all great. But for those that want to do something different, for those that want to really know themselves, for those that truly want to know how powerful they truly are, and they can prove to themselves how much power they have by way of consistency and by way of getting over the fear factor of the newness, because newness brings anxiety by default. Anytime you do anything new, it's going to bring anxiety by default. Again, these are just standard human behaviors. You're not going to be diagnosed by me. I'm not here to label anyone with any clinical diagnosis. That's not my job, to tell you who you are as a human being. My job is to listen first, and then make an assessment based on what I listen to, and then bring some solutions that you can utilize or not. Because at the end of the day, the choice is yours. The choice is yours. So what are you going to do? How do you want to change? What do you want to change about you? So you can be better. So life can be better. So work can be better. So your business can be better. So your relationships can be better. So family life can be better. I mean, these are all the things that many of us do within life. I mean, most of us all experience many of the same things throughout life. That's why we're all connected. Virtually all of us experience virtually all the same things growing up. We learn how to crawl, we learn how to walk, we learn how to talk, we learn how to tie our shoes, we learn how to put our clothes on. All these universal elements of life that we all learn how to do. We all had our first date, we all had our first kiss. All these different things that we all experience throughout life. So for those that want clarity, for those that envision themselves having better life, as Napoleon Hill would say, define your dream and get a burning desire for its achievement. I mean, these are the things that need to be considered at all times. And Holistic Life Counsel may be that remedy for you. And if it is that remedy, I can't wait to hear from you. For talk therapy or absolute brain and mind conditioning, for prolonged thought and emotional challenges due to your experiences of life through the many avenues of life, choose Kennetic-Fit And Wellness. Mental attitude first.